everyone, today I'm going to be reading some r/nice guys, so yeah, let's just get into it. For the first story we have, am I the asshole for not caring about my best friend's failed talking stage? So from the title alone, I think 50-50.
I am sorry, I don't speaking English very good, but I am speaking English 50-50.
Depends on if the guy is really terrible and you told her many times and then she's like, oh, but he's nice, all that stuff, then it's fine if you don't care, because it's like, oh, I told you and all of this. It comes from true like support for your friend. But anyway, so my best friend, 19 female, has never dated or even had a talking stage before, so I, 20f, understand why it's a big deal to her, but I'm tired of pretending to care at this point. She met a guy at a college formal a few hours away from where she lives. She doesn't go to this college. And they started texting on Instagram DMs. She had a crush on him prior to them meeting, so this was a big deal. From the start, he's only texting her like one message a day, but I fed into her delusions that he likes her because it's what I felt I should do to her best friend. Okay, that is where this begins to be bad. As her best friend, you need to tell her the truth. You don't just start feeding into the delusions, because that's harmful. Even if it's just the short term, it's still harmful. You're basically lying to her face. It's not fair. Okay. Continues. I genuinely wanted this to work out for her. They text for like 2 weeks, but only a message or two a day. She's FaceTiming me daily to help her reply to him. I'm in my last year of college, so I have tons of work to do, but instead I'm on FaceTime with her all night talking about this guy. I mean, you could just say, hey, sorry, I'm a bit busy. She's acting as if this is like, oh, I'm forced to do this. It's like, first of all, you're lying to her, so she's continuing to do this, so you're gonna continue to have her talking about this to you. So you shouldn't have done this in the first place. In the first place, you should say, okay, well, he's not really showing you that he actually wants to talk to you, because like, if he wanted to, he would.
Period.
And I know that statement is very overused, but in this situation, of course, if he wanted to talk to you, he would. It's not like, what do you mean just one message a day? That's kind of like checking your email. Sort of like nonchalantness, you know what I mean? She continues. After about 2 weeks, he leaves her undelivered. They haven't texted in about a week, and she still won't leave me alone about it. I mean, you did feed into her delusions, so what do you expect? She'll call me just to tell me she's over him, but still doesn't talk about anything but him. It's obsessive. I think this is pretty normal. Whenever you get attached to someone very quickly, it's not like, oh my god. It's kind of like, you'll get over it. It's just this beginning, and then in a month or two, you'll be fine. Today she tried to FaceTime me, but I didn't answer because I'm quite frankly exhausted. I think you're not communicating enough. I feel like this relationship that you have, this friendship that you're in, is like very based on your ages. It's like you're still immature in terms of communication. You don't have the comfortability in your relationship to say, hey, I'm a bit annoyed of talking about it. It's a bit boring. Can we talk about something else? Be a bit like upfront about it in a way that's like comfortable, like normal. Oh, hey, let's just get your mind off of it. What do you think about this new movie that's coming out? Have you watched it? Oh my god, I really want to watch it. Do you want to watch it together? The trailer and stuff like that. Like, be like distracted about something. You know what I mean? You need to just chill out, bring it from up here to down here. She continues. So she sends me a video on iMessage dramatically saying how she's deleted her chat with this guy on Insta. Like, I'm sorry, it's not that deep. Now she's ruined any chance she had with him to begin with. I don't think that's fair to say and correct to say. First of all, I think you don't like your friend. Let's just say that.
Shots fired! Bam! Reload, bam!
The way you speak about her, I think it's like it's not about the her talking about this guy. I think it's about you not liking your friend. Like, you're exhausted of her existence to begin with. But okay, now she's ruined any chance she had with him to begin with. That sentence is incorrect and a bit strange because he didn't like her in the first place. This is the basis of the story. She's trying to make him like her and trying to convince herself that he liked.
Have you ever had a dreams that you had you?
It's not like, oh my god, she deleted the chat suddenly and blocked him. She ruined any chance. He hasn't texted her in a week, you said. Yeah, they haven't texted in about a week and she still won't leave me alone about it. Okay, anyway, she continues by saying she always does this stuff like this when she likes someone. She did not even talk to this one person once. Just follow them on Insta and Visco. I haven't heard of this app since like 2023. Then block them for no reason one day, telling me she just can't deal with the stress anymore. The stress from what? Them literally just following your account. At this point, all I wanted to tell her is the truth, that I don't care. Does that make me the asshole? Edit. I have been kind and a supportive friend to her throughout all of this, and I'm simply at my wit's end. It's difficult to talk to a friend who only wants to talk about a man. There's two different arguments here. Either that you don't like that she is like having this obsessive behavior and always calling you and like talking to you about it, or is that all she talks about is a man and she's a male-centered friend. Those are a bit different in my opinion. If you're a male-centered friend, you would literally throw your friend under the bus. It's like you don't really care about them or their feelings. You just want to be the better one in the eyes of a man. If you're a bit of an obsessive friend, like I think what she's doing here, because like she didn't really mention how she treated her in front of a man or two other boys or whatever. So I think this is more about like she's just a bit obsessive, and I think that's a bit normal at that age. I feel like it's a normal thing. It's not like, oh my god, and you know what I mean. Like I think you want to just get rid of her as a friend, to be honest. I think that's what's happening here. It's not about the friend, it's not about anything. And like you said here, you want to tell the truth, that you don't care. I don't think that's how you should say it. You could say something like, hey, I just feel like I'm a bit concerned about you. Like you always care too much about what they think, and you know, these small interactions you have with them, you need to be able to, you know, calm down and to take them as how they are, and like in a literal form. There's nothing wrong with like daydreaming or whatever, like just to have a fun time, like passing your time or whatever. That's fine, but please, once we have talked about it and I've told you advice, please don't continue to tell me, oh but this and this, oh but this and this, and like just have like an honest conversation. Like tell her why, because it's a bit frustrating, you don't really listen to my advice and all that stuff. But then again, your advice is lying, so it's kind of like you're digging your own grave at this point. Do you know what I mean? Let's see what the comments say. You're the asshole. I'm at a loss to understand why you're pretending that this person is your friend. That's what I'm saying. I honestly kind of agree. If you can't even pretend to care about their love life struggles for 5 minutes, that's more of an acquaintance than a best friend situation. Someone said, that's the point. These aren't love life struggles. She's not even got to the love life part and is still being incredibly exhausting about it. And then someone said, that's not how life works. Lamau, negative 31 of votes. Okay. OP said, oh my god, negative 70 votes. Let's see. Best friends for years and I care about her deeply. She just won't stop talking about this guy that she's over. And then the commenter said, sure you do. I think that best friends for years, I don't think you're best friends, in my opinion. Maybe like people who talk to each other when they have no one else to talk to. That's just what this feels like. I think you could just tell her instead of posting on Reddit. I feel like it's a bit like a childish move to be like, oh my god guys, help me, she's not listening to me when I didn't tell her anything, and oh my god, she's still doing, do you know what I mean? Anyways, let's go to another story. Oh my god, there's a really good one here. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter-in-law to stop crying after she got called fat? If I got called fat, I don't know the situation, maybe it's in public, it would make me upset. It would actually. So it would make anyone upset. Okay. On phone. My daughter-in-law is a very sensitive soul, to put it lightly. Why are you acting like that's a bad thing? It's not bad to be sensitive. I'm sensitive. Many people are sensitive. She will end up in tears at basically any pushback or any slightly rude remark. Maybe it's not just about the remark, maybe it's the situation, how many people have said it, who said it, what tone. Like, there's many things to consider. It can be extremely frustrating because anything brought up will end up with her in tears and you're looking like a huge asshole. One example, she has a habit of not taking off her shoes before going to people's homes. Oh, that's not good, that's rude. About a year ago, she was tracking mud into my home and I told her to take off her shoes. She started crying because my tone was too much. Oh, I didn't yell or anything. My daughter was there and agreed I wasn't mean when I said to take off her shoes. I don't know if I should trust your daughter's opinion because I don't know your family dynamic. Maybe your daughter doesn't like your daughter-in-law. I'm still trying to process. Someone tells you to take off your shoes and that's not something you automatically do. That's already not a good thing. I was gonna say a red flag. That's not a red flag. It's just kind of like the way you were raised isn't common. But anyway, it was a whole thing, and my son gave me a whole lecture about how I can't say things like that. I told her to take off her shoes. I don't think she should have cried. Maybe if I don't know if OP is a woman or a man, but maybe if their tone was really mean, maybe you can be like, okay, you don't have to say it like that, but not crying. But maybe she had other things going on. You have to also think of, like, maybe she had a really rough day and then this happened and it kind of just tipped her off. You know what I mean? The son giving you a lecture about how you can't say things like that, that's really pathetic. What do you mean you can't say things like that? Oh, take off your shoes. You can't say that to my wife. I'm just trying to, like, what?
What?
Okay. She's in a quiet cry. Oh no, don't make me imagine. It's loud and everyone notices the moment it happens. Then everyone needs to comfort her and you're the dick for making her cry. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. There are more examples of this and the whole family has had to deal with it. Issues was this weekend to get together for my other daughter-in-law's birthday party. The birthday was going well and there were a lot of young kids. One of the kids, he's 4, almost 5. He can be rude. His parents are working on it. He doesn't have a filter. Okay, that's not good. But at least his parents are. I don't know how you know his parents are working on it, but at least I think they do. During the event, when she was helping passing the food, he called her fat. Ooh, an insult from a kid hurts more because it's like kids tend to be honest. So when a kid tells you you're fat and you're passing out food, so it is a public event. I mean, I wouldn't cry. I would just be like, that's not nice to say. You can't talk to people like that. And then I would just walk away. That's it. Like, I would just kind of be like, okay. And I would just leave. Maybe if I'm feeling extra insecure that day, if I'm like, oh, I'm already self-conscious and this kid said I'm fat, I would be really upset. I mean, maybe if I felt like I was gonna cry, I would hold it because it's not worth to cry about. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if I did want to cry, I would sit there and cry in front of everyone. I would just kind of go to the bathroom, freshen up, take a deep breath. Khalas, that's it. You know what I mean? If I was that upset. The parents grabbed him and she started crying. Oh god, she was getting loud. So I pulled her off the side and told her to stop crying. I didn't want to cause a scene at this 7-year-old's birthday. How old is she? Like, you didn't tell us any of the ages. It was a little kid's remark and told her not to come out of the room unless she's composed. So you're basically treating her like a child and like she has timeout. She is kind of acting like a child. Like, what do you mean it was getting loud? Like, is she wailing like, whoa, whoa? Like, how else do you cry that loud? All I know from crying is that you kind of sniffle and like maybe take a breath afterwards. Like, that's the normal crying. Is she literally wailing? Like, I don't understand. She ended up going to the car and didn't come back to the party. I mean, if that was me, I would be pretty embarrassed. to come back. I don't think she's embarrassed. I think she likes the attention, in my opinion. This might be a rude opinion, might not be true, but I don't know. My son and I got into an argument. You pulling her off, I think, in front of everyone, off the side. Maybe people saw you pulling her off. Of course people did. Now she's crying. It's so loud. I think a better way to have handled the situation is to console her, take her aside, not like I pulled her off the side. That's like bad manners, in my opinion. Even if you're annoyed with her, try to make it light-hearted in front of everyone, and for her as well. Like, say, oh, it's okay, come, let's go to the bathroom and get you cleaned up, and then that's it. Wipe her tears, drink water, and come back, and then continue with the party. Do you know what I mean? My point is, she's a grown adult. She's crying over a 4-year-old saying something mean. He's telling me to apologize, but at this point, I am not. The apology was to say that you shouldn't cry or stop crying. I would say the way that you pulled her off the side, I don't think that's like a nice thing in front of everyone. However, telling her to stop crying is not inherently bad, because, I mean, that there is a point to that. I think it's just like there could have been more supporting to make her later on, when she thinks about the moment, not to be embarrassed about the moment, and to remember like, ew, like that really happened and it was so embarrassing and cringe and or whatever. And to also to not make her look worse in front of everyone, like a little baby, how you pulled her off to the side, you locked her in her room until she's composed. That's just terrible. I think you should have at least consoled her for a bit, even if you didn't want to. I feel like you have a bit of an obligation, since you took responsibility of pulling her aside. Now you need to fix the situation. Since you put yourself in the situation, now you have the responsibility that you need to console her, calm her down, and bring her back to show that you fixed the issue. Since you started with the involving yourself, khalas, that's, you know. Disagree with some of the responses you received. She was crying at a child's birthday party. She was crying loudly at a child's birthday party. She should not have had to be told to remove herself from the room. She should have realized that herself. Yeah, of course, we know that some people are either a bit, sensitive in the way that they act a bit childish. We know that she should have already known this. She should have already composed herself and all of these things. But at the same time, it's hard to expect things from people who you can understand already that they don't have this. So saying she should have done this, she should have and that doesn't fix the problem. Do you know what I mean? We know this. We know this reading the story as a bystander. We have this feeling. Anyway, she should have not wanted to spoil the child's party. It was too bad that you had to tell her to stay in the room until she composed herself. But I think it was absolutely necessary, therefore not the answer, in my opinion. No, it's not in the rooms. To come out of the room. See, yeah, someone said, agreed, this comes across as attention-seeking rather than sensitive. I had a feeling it was a bit of both, if I'm being honest. I feel like she used the fact that, okay, I am feeling a bit hurt that I was told this, but I'm gonna make it more than what it is to make you feel guilty for me and to also make you pay attention to me. So someone said, I don't know if it's attention seeking as much as manipulative. Oh, manipulative. Okay, it puts criticizing her or her behavior permanently off limits. I'm guessing this includes whenever she doesn't get her way, though I don't see if OP has commented on that. Well, I don't know. We don't know much about these people. We don't know the ages even. We don't know the situation. Someone said, not the asshole, your son is the biggest part of the problem. He's enabling her to remain emotionally stagnant. If she can't handle a child being rude without fleeing to a car, how does she handle actual life stress? I'm just a bit confused on how she got married in the first place.
Bam! Reload! Bam!
Like, how can you have been like going through all these processes of, okay, you're in a relationship, okay, you got engaged, you got married, you planned your wedding before that, you talked about real life scenarios with your fiance before you got married, all of these things. How did you go through all of those major steps and still be chosen into this family? Oh, okay. How can you go through all of that and still act this way? Should at least show that you are like mature enough to handle real life stress.
Real life problems, all these things.
I know you don't automatically change before marriage, but to be like considered for marriage at that point, I feel like it's. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Huh?
Of course, in Western marriages, it's like, oh, parents don't care if they have a say. We're still gonna get married. It's gonna be valid or whatever. So, I mean, maybe she didn't like her in the beginning. Maybe she was like, oh, whatever. Anyways, I'm getting a bit tired now. It's literally like 11:30 p.m. I don't know why I'm filming so late, but thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Tell me what other stories you'd like me to read or what subreddits. And yeah, have a good day. Bye. Salam.